A man who lived on this planet the early part of the 20th century, who went into a period of silence for 42 years, was named Meher Baba. And he didn't speak, he just pointed to letters to let the world know what it was that he was conveying. Meher Baba said, to love God in the most practical way is to love our fellow beings. If we feel for others in the same way as we feel for our own dear ones, we love God. If instead of seeing faults in others, we look within ourselves, we are loving God. If instead of robbing others to help ourselves, we rob ourselves to help others, we are loving God. If we suffer in the sufferings of others and feel happy in the happiness of others, we are loving God. If instead of worrying over our own misfortunes, we think of ourselves more fortunate than many, many others, we are loving God. If we endure our lot with patience and contentment, accepting it as His will, we are loving God. If we understand and feel that the greatest act of devotion and worship of God is not to hurt or harm any of His beings, we are loving God. To love God as He ought to be loved, we must live for God and die for God, knowing that the goal of life is to love God and find Him as our own self. And knowing how to love God is really knowing how to love your life and be grateful for all that you are, the divine soul that you are in this human form.